Hello. This hat is not working because I've just tried twice to live stream and neither of them worked. So now I'm doing this as a recording and then I'm going to upload it. Hopefully this will work. So anyway, I was just talking about how cool this hat is and how if I wore it to go into the co-op, I bet my children wouldn't come and ask me for money to buy things, would they? They'd stay away from me. In fact, they'd positively run in the other direction. However, I think my husband probably wouldn't want to be seen with me either. So it's maybe not the right thing to do. What do you think, Dave? He's just run away. He doesn't want to know either. Anyway, I'll stop being silly and put my glasses on so I can actually see and stop squinting at the screen. So human resources, what's that all about? Well, what do human resources do as a business function? They identify what people the business needs to employ, and then they make sure they employ them. So they identify employment needs and meet those needs by managing the organisational structure and communications. They recruit and select staff, with who they then hopefully motivate and retain, because staff retention is good and motivation is good, because if we've got motivated staff then they will stay and they will work hard and they will give good customer service that will keep our customers coming back. Now, the human resources team also have to train the staff and develop them as people, and we'll talk about that in a little while. Now, they also manage employment law and make sure all the recruitment is legally done, so they don't end up with expensive tribunals. Now, organisational structures, why do we need them? Well, you might say a small business doesn't really need to have anything complicated, but in a bigger business, you need to know who's doing what, who's giving the orders, who's taking the orders. Span of control, how many workers? I always say think about a hand span. So you've got the manager at the top and they're responsible for so many workers beneath them. A flat structure has less layers of management. A hierarchy or a tall structure has more layers of management. The chain of command is who tells who what to do through the channels of communication. I'll talk about this a little bit more with the diagrams. And then a more senior member of staff can delegate tasks to a subordinate, which means they can give them something to do. Make sure you learn those key words. They're on the revision notes. So a flat structure, as you can see here, let's get the picture up for you. That'll make it easier to remember. Sorry to make the screen whiz around. The flat structure has, as you can see, less layers of management, whereas the tall structure has lots of layers of management. And you can imagine the board of directors in the flat structure giving a message, and the message gets across nice and quickly and it's accurately received. Whereas in that tall structure, if the board of directors give a message, it's got to go through lots and lots of layers, and that's where messages can get misunderstood or miscommunicated. A flat structure, I've just talked about communication. Each manager has a lot more responsibility. Look how many people the managers in the flat structure are going to be responsible for. That's a lot of work, isn't it? However, those workers at the bottom might be more directly involved in decision making. And then in a tall structure, the senior managers keep the responsibility, so they can control the workers a bit more and tell them what to do. And obviously, different structures work better in different settings and different types of businesses. Right, who have I got for you today? Should we have Lenny the Lion? He's rather sweet, actually. I mean, if you saw that coming at you, rah, rah, in a safari situation, you probably wouldn't be that terrified, would you? He's quite fluffy, but then being as he's for small children, you wouldn't really want him to be too terrifying, would you? And have blood dripping down his fangs and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, he's quite a sweet lion, aren't you? Quite cuddly and soft. Don't be fooled. At night, he prowls around the house looking for prey. Bye for now.